Here we are, nice and early for the live stream. Always like to be in early. Mike Russell here from musicradiocreative.com. This may be available to you as a replay, and if it is, you can just simply hit the fast forward button, 6 minutes and 45 seconds, and get straight into the juicy content if you'd like. How to make theme park jingles today. Very exciting one. By the way, this is going to be a bit of a spooktacular week as we get into Halloween. So some rather scary theme park rides that we'll be incorporating into this show, just to continue that theme throughout today, which is of course Monday, but the rest of the week getting seriously spooky. Great to see Ule there in the chat, back for a live stream, and we're going to be testing out the YouTube live questions and answers lower third generator during the show. Hello there to, we've got Ziga. Also another name here I'm struggling to pronounce, as it seems to be a ton of Russian characters, but you're very welcome to the stream. Ghostbusters, Thriller, Monster Mash, Jason Ryan Brenner says absolutely. It's late in China right now where you're watching. Wow, fantastic. Peter Young, nice to see you, who's enjoying some of the remixes of David Hunter, who is also here moderating the chat today. Peter's asking how I got on with the survey about the live stream. Very well, actually. A lot of really good answers in there, and really encouraging stuff from you as well. It was really nice to see that actually you're quite enjoying what I'm currently doing. There'll be a few more tweaks coming along in November time, but yeah, as it goes, going very well. And Peter's also asking about the radio station I was going to set up online. That's kind of gone on the back burner for the moment. It requires a lot of energy and attention. So at the moment I'm channeling everything into this stream to get it really as good as I can. But thanks for asking, Peter. David Silkin as well. Nice to see you, David. Getting some stuff done and then back in time for the start of the show in 4 minutes and 45 seconds, which is very exciting. Just a heads up, you may have seen it if you've already been in the community over at community.musicradiocreative.com, running a contest for the next 10 days, a free subscription to Adobe Creative Cloud, the all apps plan, for 3 months. If you would like to win, it's as easy as heading over to mrc.fm/win. Really is as simple as that. mrc.fm/win. Okay, also in, we got Rich Brennan saying, regarding adding the effects in the multi-track, I do the same thing during the editing process, but after effect is applied, it later disappears. Hey, how strange. How strange. Need more info on that to help you, Rich. Paul, there's a very good chance I'm going to ride the first winged coaster, the Wild Eagle at Dollywood Theme Park tonight in honor of the show. Wow, Paul. Amazing stuff. We even have a theme park here on the Isle of Wight called Black Gang Chine, and they have a huge roller coaster. It kind of goes right next to the edge of the cliff. Really is rather scary. Not intentionally scary, but yeah, just kind of scary being on a cliff edge, rolling a roller coaster. Enjoy your roller coaster tonight, Paul. I do indeed use the Neumann TLM 103 as my studio microphone. Mr. Mega Radio UK played my new audio last night, and I'm back on air tonight sorting out a demo. David Lewis is back. Wow, what a week last week was. Tell me more, David, tell me more. Lewis, wow, fantastic to see you here for a live stream. I noticed, Lewis, you've just recently joined up and started posting in the community, which is great. And Lewis, I'm intending to play one of your contributions at the start of the show today, so stick around for that. How did I make the countdown timer animation? Oh, good question. If you go over to community.musicradiocreative.com, Ziga, and search countdown, you'll find a post where I've kind of given a how-to tutorial on exactly the steps I followed. So that's community.musicradiocreative.com. Riste, hey Riste, also in the community, you've posted something. I intend to play your audio today as well, so welcome along. Lots of great contributions in the last few days over on the community. What else have we got? Rich is wondering, the high shelf gain. Yeah, that's automations in the multitrack. I can show you that actually during the stream. So remind me and I'll show you. Good day to Robert, who's in from Germany. Not listened to you before, I'm very curious. Well, fun vlogger, you're welcome along. The action gets going in 1 minute and 48 seconds. Lovely to have you here. And if you are new, by the way, just type new, N-E-W, all caps, into the chat so I know you're new. I can give you an extra special shout out. Pete's in. Hello, quick hello to everyone. Nice to see you. Isabella Russell's here with a spanner as well. Woohoo! Really good to see so many familiar and also new names in the chat, because I always welcome new viewers to the show. And we're getting going now very, very soon, of course, straight after the MRC countdown, and the MRC Gaia jingle plays in its entirety. So excited about this. Jason is new to the show. Welcome along, Jason. You are very welcome here. We start in 1 minute from now. Woohoo!
Testing the left speaker. Left. Testing the right speaker. Right. Testing phaser. Full frequency sweep. Now. Stand by
for Music Radio Creative Live with Mike Russell.
MRC Live. Music Radio Creative Live.
With Mike Russell.
Starting in 30 seconds.
Oh, wow. Hello there. Welcome along to the show. It is fantastic to have you here. As always, it's just gone 2 o'clock here in the UK on the Isle of Wight. But wherever you're watching, good morning to you in the United States and South America and Canada. Good evening to you. I hope you're enjoying burning the midnight oil down under in Australia and New Zealand. Or I hope you're having a nice dinner if you're watching somewhere in Asia or Russia or Eastern Europe. This is Live, bringing you all the audio production tips and tricks you need.
Your audio production hour starts now. MusicRadioCreative.com.
That's right, your audio production hour starts now, right here at Music Radio Creative. Whether you're watching on YouTube at youtube.com/musicradiocreative, Facebook Live, I always welcome in Facebook Live viewers. It's nice to have you watching. Got something really rather special for you running over the next 10 days. If you go to the URL mrc.fm/win, you could win a free subscription to the Adobe Creative Cloud, giving away a 3-month free subscription, which is worth around $150, or if you're in the UK, £150, because our currency, thanks to Brexit, is almost equal with every other currency in the world. So a really cool prize. Save you a bit of cash if you've already got a plan. Get some free months in your Creative Cloud subscription. I'd really love for you to enter and win. So mrc.fm/win. That applies to you if you're watching live right now. Go there. You can easily enter while you're watching this stream. Or if you're listening to the podcast or somewhere on demand, it's open until Thursday, the 19th of October, 2017, this contest, okay? So win some free Adobe Creative Cloud. That includes Adobe Audition in your subscription, Photoshop, InDesign, Dreamweaver for creating websites, tons of other apps that I could mention right now, but all those creative apps that help you do amazing things on the web and for content creation. So mrc.fm/win is the place to go right now. You have got until the 19th of October 2017 to enter as many times as you want, because you don't just enter once, you can enter as many times as you like, and obviously increase your entries by doing various things. You'll see it all there, and I wish you the very, very best of luck. By the way, the 19th of October just happens to be my birthday as well, so I'm so excited. I'll be giving away a superb prize on my birthday, which will be a live stream. So mrc.fm/win. Go over and do it right now. Before we get into the full action of producing theme park jingles, which will be really exciting, actually I've got an a cappella here. Just wanted to play this for David. I know he'll enjoy this.
Monday to Friday live. Ooh, yeah. This is Mike Russell from musicradiocreative.com.
There you go. Just thought you'd really enjoy that. So we got a lot of stuff we're going to go through today, including, as the title is, making theme park jingles. I'm going to be rolling in a whole ton of different stuff. Let's just bring some of these sessions in. Now, of course, theme parks, whether you believe it or not, they need lots of voiceovers, lots of jingles, lots of audio branding, lots of music. One of the things I noticed when I walk into a theme park, and we happen to have a couple here on the Isle of Wight where I live, one of the most popular being Black Gang Chime, which is fantastic. It's on the edge of a cliff, by the way. And one of the things I always notice when I walk into a theme park, we've been to Disneyland in Paris with the kids. We intend to go to the big one over in the United States when they get a little bit older, is the music immediately starts the moment you exit your car and you start walking across the car park to the main entrance. The music is the first thing you hear, right? Always those music speakers are all around and usually carefully placed throughout the park. So no matter where you walk in a theme park, there is always a little bit of music playing. And sometimes it can be the same music or it can be themed. Like, for instance, I remember when we were in Disneyland in Paris, when you walked between worlds, the songs changed from sort of like that kind of twinkly music as you walk through the Main Street USA to you start walking into the Star Wars section and you get kind of the darker, more orchestral music. So audio branding is a real serious thing at theme parks. And I just wanted to bring up some of these sessions here. Now, we've got voices here with myself. I think we've got Malk as well, who's another British voice artist, and Robin, who is a fantastic British voice artist. I'll start off with Robin because he's done a fantastic job on this. Now, we work with, and I believe we have some of the audio on our website at musicradiocreative.com, Thorpe Park on their jingles and audio branding. For those of you outside the UK, Thorpe Park is a rather huge theme park based just outside London, and it's brilliant. They've got some amazing rides. If you watch The X Factor, actually, they recently filmed on location at Thorpe Park, and some of the rides are just so tall and so scary. One of the more recent attractions that they've done some new audio branding for is an attraction called Platform 15. And just by the sound of Robin, let's bring Robin in here and have a listen to his audio.
Welcome to Platform 15.
You can tell already it's going to be a rather scary ride. Now, by the sounds of things, I love a good scare, and I love a good ride on like roller coasters and stuff like that. Isabella, though, my other half, not so keen. So that's where always in these jingles or audio branding pieces that usually play before the ride starts, we have announcements like this.
Finally, there is uneven flooring throughout the attraction.
I love the way Robin's done this. Hang on, we usually have to put a disclaimer in.
If you are asthmatic, epileptic, claustrophobic, have a heart condition, or pregnant, we strongly advise you do not experience this attraction.
So that's the raw voice from Robin. And like I say, I think he's done a fantastic job on this. What we needed to do for this is darken Robin's voice, because while he does have a rather creepy manner in his delivery here, we needed to creep it up a little bit more, as this was to be something that would be played to really scare and upset people as they start entering into the ride. And often there are bits of branding as well as you walk into the park, and you're queuing up to keep you entertained and let you know what wait times are. So what we did here with this piece of audio, and what you can do to spook it up, and I'm going to be doing a lot of spooky things, by the way, this week on the live stream. It's kind of a Halloween week this week. If you go to youtube.com/musicradiocreative, you will see that a lot of the live streams I'm going to do focus in on really scary stuff, so you can get your spooky audio production down. So what I'm doing here is doubling Robin's voice onto another track. So we've got the voice process track, And then we got track 1 here. And of course, I'm using my Adobe Audition presets. And so whenever I create a new track, I need to send a new vocal track through the voice effects bus to make sure it gets all the vocal processing on, which happens down here. And if I go to the effects rack, you'll be able to see if I go to track effects, de-essing, scientific filter, dynamics processing, speech volume leveling, hard limiting, parametric EQ, multiband compressor. Yeah, I don't hold back on processing the voice.
Welcome to Platform 15.
Now, not a lot happening there at the moment, but then what I did here was added that kind of scary clown voice, if you like, to the audio, and that is by pitch shifting down a little bit. Let's go to default here and bring this down. Let's have a listen.
Welcome to Platform.
Maybe a bit further.
Welcome to Platform 15. Welcome to Platform 15.
And then I am going to pop out another track, and I'm going to make this very stereo because I'm going to put that all the way over on the left. And often when you're boarding these rides, I mean, sound and audio is a really important part of a theme park, because you will notice if you look around carefully when you're in a theme park or boarding rides, they don't just have the audio coming from one speaker. Usually they'll have 6, 7, 8 speakers around you. With the different audio and different sound effects all coming out. So let's again time and pitch, and we're going to pitch this one down a few more semitones, and we're going to pan this all the way over to the right. Let's have a listen now.
Welcome to Platform 15.
Sounding rather spooky and scary. And then I want to go over to the voice effects bus and overall add some studio reverb.
Welcome to Platform 15. This is a free-flow scare attraction that is designed to be scary.
I just absolutely love Robin's delivery. What I'm going to do right now is hop over and grab some sound effects that I can pop in here, so we can kind of spook this up a little bit. Let's see what we got here. Whoa. We need a really scary. Real big rumble. Come on, I need a really scary thunder clap. Really. Whoa. That's scary. That's rain with thunder. Thunder in the distance. Come on, a real big thunder crackle. Perfect, that will do. So let's drag this in as the very first bit. And I'll pop this now on the sound effects bar here, down here. And then let's move this all along a little bit, like so.
Welcome to Platform 15. This is a free-flow scare attraction.
And then I am going to also go in and get some kind of scary, creepy sound to put in here. What else can we get? Let's have a little listen to this. Perfect. Something to really creep people out as they're getting ready to board. It's at this point where you can make the decision to probably turn back. If it really is going to be that scary.
Welcome to Platform 15. This is a free-flow scare attraction that is designed...
Now, I'm just wondering with the scare here, whether we can do a bit more.
Scare.
Let's just really drag out that scare. So I'm just going to edit this and edit this a little bit. Then selecting all the waveforms, because of course, remember, I've tripled up the voice now. What I did is I tripled the voice. I put one on the left-hand side, pitched it down by 2 semitones, one voice on the right-hand side, pitched it down by 4 semitones, and left the initial intact. So we have that kind of scary clown effect. And by scary clown, what do I actually mean when I say scary clown? Let me try and show you. Scary clown. Yeah, that's right. I've just gone to Google to try and show you what I mean by scary clown. I kind of mean something like that, or like that. That's really, I wouldn't want to meet that clown or this clown. Yes, or Type scary clown into Google image search. Let's go back to that one and let's play Robin's voice and let's just stare for a second at this image as we listen to. I'm just going to drag that out. The word scare.
Scare.
Yes.
Scare.
We really want to emphasize that. So sometimes just slightly time stretching can really add the emphasis you need to a word. So I'm just going to start this and then we're going to zoom in on the scary clown so we can see how the atmosphere and the spooky image in your mind kind of enhance it. Ready?
Welcome to Platform 15. This is a free-flow scare attraction that is designed to be scary. There are live actors who may touch you, but will not harm you. Anyone disrupting the experience in any way through physical or verbal actions will be escorted from the resort. Within the attraction, there is no running, stopping, and no turning back, unless instructed to do so. Smoke effects, pyrotechnics, loud noises, and confined spaces all form part of the attraction. If you are asthmatic, epileptic, claustrophobic, have a heart condition, or pregnant, we strongly advise you do not experience this attraction. Finally, there is uneven flooring throughout the attraction. Please ensure you take care whilst on your journey. Will you outrun what lies ahead, or will your journey terminate at platform 15?
My goodness. That scares everything out of me, I tell you already, and there's still more that can be done with that, which I will get back to in just a minute. Let me just lighten up the mood a little bit because crikey, that has really... That's taken me somewhere else listening to that, especially with the scary clowns as well. That really was a bit scare-inducing. So get the clowns off my screen. If you want to win some free access to the Adobe Creative Cloud and use the software that I'm using during this live stream, go to mrc.fm/win. That's mrc.fm/win. Your chance to win free access for 3 months to the Adobe Creative Cloud. I'd love to get your entry there, and you got 10 days to do it, by the way, if you're watching live. Otherwise, if you're listening on demand, not long.
Audio guru is here. He knows Adobe auditioning and out and is here to help you out. Mike Russell.
If you're listening on demand, you've got until the 19th of October 2017 to get yourself in. Now, I'm really excited to see there's loads of comments, particularly over on our main hub over at youtube.com/musicradiocreative. But Ule is back in with the moderator spanner and has also done some fantastic work. Let's see if we can get this to work on sprucing up the lower third questions and answers app. And I tell you what, Ule, I had a quick play with it and I didn't do much to set it up earlier, so I was kind of thinking, is this going to work or not? But it's working brilliantly. Ule has cleaned up the code. You can see him. Ule is in the chat. Let me see if I can find Ule here on the chat app itself so I can highlight Ule. Let's have a look here. Scroll. Right, okay, so if I do this and Marker's question, let's have a look. Oh, wow, yeah, this is working really well. Let's try and do it here. There we go. Yeah, there you go. There, on the lower third there, that is Ule. He's the designer of the app that allows me to do things like this. Place lower thirds with your lovely photo and whatever it is you're asking in the comments. So I can see now that there have been some questions highlighted in the app that we use to answer your questions on the show. And for instance, this. Now, I'm really sorry. I can't pronounce your name, but I can do the peace sign. So yes, that's rather a lot of Russian characters. If anyone knows how to say your name, I really apologize. But do I use the Neumann TLM 103? Indeed, I absolutely do. Also, this is another question actually that came in earlier during the introduction. Ziga wanted to know how I make the countdown animation. That is all shown over at community.musicradiocreative.com. Just click the search icon and search countdown, and you should be in luck there. What else have we got here? We have got Robert Doerman, who says, "Hi Mike, can I use your Music Radio Creative jingle on my radio show? Can I use your your MRC jingle on my radio show?" That's a really good question, Robert. Yeah, it's absolutely possible. We have lots of different themes available. Some of them are on the website at musicradiocreative.com. You can actually use this as a coupon only for my live stream viewers. MRC Live, if you type that in the coupon box when you check out, it'll slice 10% off anything on our website. So worth to remember, MRC Live if you do check out. And we have different themes. So for instance, our most popular, best-selling at the moment is this one. This is the Music Radio Creative Gaia jingle that I assume you're referring to, Robert. And we can do re-sings to this. We can use any of these singers you see on our website can re-sing this for you. Whether it's Kim, whether it's Lee, whether it's Gavin or Guy, they will do a great job of re-singing the words you would like at the end of this jingle.
Audio production and more. This is Mike Russell on musicradiocreative.com.
So I'm doing my best to mention as many of the questions and answers that have been highlighted for me as I can, and I can see there's lots of other people watching and adding comments into the show, which is really, really nice. What do I think about Logic Pro X, or Logic Pro 10 as it's known in the Apple world? Absolutely love it. Use it regularly to do kind of MIDI audio production, anything that requires MIDI instruments and bits like that. So yeah, definitely something I'm into and I use quite a lot indeed. So keep the comments coming in if you're watching right now, and I'll do my very best to answer them for you at some point during the show. Actually, I can see here, Woody27271, your Udemy course is available on Adobe Audition for just £15 at the moment. I bought it yesterday. Great stuff. Yes, still on Udemy at the moment. I'm looking to create maybe an updated course in the future and a more interactive course around audio production and Adobe Audition. But yeah, if you can get in at that kind of price on Udemy, you do get access to a load of resources there. So thanks Woody for that, and really glad that you are enjoying it. Paul Orr is enjoying the sound effects. Interesting. And Robert wants to know if we can use the jingle to promote you on his radio show. Absolutely, Robert. Yeah, drop us an email or get in touch with Isabella. That is absolutely the best way. Let's go back to the screen share. Now, I'm not sure if it's me or the app for generating lower thirds, but I'm finding it a bit sticky when I click generate lower third. It doesn't always straight away generate an update on my screen, but that might well be an issue between the lower third generator and the OBS Studio integration that I have. Not really sure on that, but yes, it's absolutely fun to be answering your questions. Keep asking them in the chat wherever you are watching. I will say hello to you, and I'll be happy to say hi to you. I got Ross Levine, who's watching over on Facebook Lives. Great to have you there. Just before I get back to doing some more production, I wanted to tell you about community.musicradiocreative.com. In about 10 or so minutes, I'm going to go into the Share Your Projects and play some of the jingles and mashups and audio creations that you, the viewers to the show, have created. So I'll be really excited to show you what's going on in there. Some really talented and creative people. But here with Robin's introduction to Platform 15, I keep wanting to call it Platform 13. I thought we could put some scary bits in just here. Let's have a listen.
From the
resort, but will not harm you. Anyone disrupting.
Yes, so I wanted to now put in some creepy effects like a good old scream. Let's look here for a scream. What have we got? Nightmare scream could be interesting. Let's have a listen to this sound effect. That's quite good. Let's drag that in. Yeah, the best thing is with theme park jingles, you can really go nuts with adding the horror stuff.
Will not harm you. Anyone disrupting.
I was actually thinking, because it's going to go out on a system that has many speakers surrounding the participants who are queuing up for this ride, I could actually do some panning. In fact, panning is one of the beauties of working on jingles for theme parks, because you know that they are going to be playing this audio back in stereo, and it's going to really creep people out if they're standing somewhere and a scream is going from left to right around their heads.
But will not harm you.
There we go. Or maybe a little harsh. Do you know what I'd love to be able to do? And I don't know, I've never tried this in the multi-track here when I'm adding on these little keyframes. I would love to be able to spline curves here and just kind of make that. I don't know if David Silk is watching right now and knows what's going on with that. Whether I could spline that to make it a bit of a smoother transition from right to left as we're going at the moment.
Anyone?
That's not too bad. Let's stick with that. Let's have a look. So we've got here. Yeah, I can see David is in there. Throw up bucket not included. Indeed. So in every gap, it's an opportunity for me to throw in a little spooky effect. So this is about.
Will be escorted from the resort.
So let's put in a little scary sound effect there. Let's see what I can get here to place in sound effects, and I want something nice and scary here. This is where Robin does the thing about there are actors available that may touch you, but don't touch them back or scare them. Let's see, what have we got here? A scary swoosh. Oh, this is good. Let's bring those in. By the way, just to promote ahead, tomorrow on the live stream, I am going to be doing mashups of your fave Halloween tracks. So if you wanted to maybe, if somebody watching now wanted to create a mega thread in the community over at community.musicradiocreative.com, we could create a nice list of our favourite Halloween tracks, and maybe I'll pick a few of them to use tomorrow to make some Halloween mashups.
Within.
Right, let's do some panning on that. Oh, one of the things I should have done, actually, is I should have started this session in 5.1 surround sound, because then, I'll just show you, actually. I won't do it right now on this session. I'll just save this for a moment. But if you're doing stuff where you know it's going to go out on a high-quality system, 5.1 or even 7.1, you can create a new multi-track session here. Now, let's have a look here. I don't think if you're working from a template, you can change anything here. Sample rate, bit depth, and master, it's all locked in. You see there? So the MRC template that I use for my productions is locked at 44,100 hertz, 32 bits, stereo. But if I was to go to none on my template, now suddenly these all open up to me. And I can say, okay, I'm doing something for a theme park, and they definitely have 5.1 surround. So click 5.1, and then I can... Now you can see here, I don't know if you can see because it's quite dark, but it is there. If I double click it, yeah, it brings up this wonderful track panner, which is almost like a binaural spatial kind of, just imagine this is one huge head. And if you move these things around, you can actually move the audio around someone's head. So I guess working in stereo is okay if it's going through loudspeakers in a big room or in a queuing environment for a theme park. But sometimes we work on audio for rides where people will put on virtual reality headsets, and that's starting to become very popular, particularly in the theme park world, where they can buy in like 20 or 30 HTC, what are they called? HTC Vive or the Oculus headsets, and then you can really start going nuts with your surround. So, for instance, if I was to get this. What have we got here? Long, scary wooden creaks. Let's just place that onto track 1. or track 3, seeing as that's where I've got the track panner open. And then I can move this all around. And I think if I remember correctly from one of my streams last week, if I hit touch there, I should be able to write that information onto the track while I play it back. Let's try. So if you've got headphones on right now, you should hear that going all around your head. Now, let's have a look here and see if that has written on. Pan angle. Ooh, look at that. I've written a kind of M in there, haven't I? So, yeah, this is pan angle. And also for 5.1, you've got pan radius as well that you're messing about with here. Pan center, which has stayed bang on. LFE as well. What else have we got here? Stereo spread. These I haven't played with because I can see these are all options down here in the track panner. But yeah, placing this onto touch and then adding in all your various things. Now, if I seem to remember correctly, because I don't usually use the touch and write features here for automations, although they are very, very handy indeed. From what I understand, if you do touch, after you've done your automations in real time, they all return back to where they were before. So you can see here, I was panning it all around, and then let's just have a good zoom on this. Have a good look at those automations. They look rather like spaghetti, don't they? So what I've been doing here is obviously panning around the audio in 5.1 here, and then finally when I finish panning, everything slowly just returns back to the normal area, which is around there. Whereas if I was to do a write, let's have a go with doing a write. Hang on, let's go back to the big screen share now, and I'm just going to move this up to a different track and bring the automations in. So pan angle, pan radius, pan center, all here. Now I'm going to do a write. I believe they should not return back, but they should stay at the place that I've left them. So let's start this playing now and have a mess about. There we go. Yeah, and as you can see, right down here, let's see if I can zoom in on that. Have a look. If you compare them, you'll see that this has remained down at the bottom. Essentially, yeah, they seem to have remained where I left them, as opposed to returning back to normal down here. So it's always good to remember that you can do that. You can touch, you can write with automations. I hope I've got that right. If I didn't, I'm sure someone like David in the chat will correct me or give the correct interpretations. But yes, really, really good fun. Let's hop back into platform 15. Now I can throw more and more scary sound effects in here, but I'm aware of the time. And I am going to head back in a moment to your live chats. Let's have a look. Let's just play this last bit. Zoom in so you can see what's happening.
Journey. Will you outrun what lies ahead, or will your journey terminate at platform 15?
And then a big, spooky, scary, creaking door coming in. It's very nice indeed. Right, we're 30 minutes into the show. This is very exciting stuff indeed. And I should always mention that if you wanted to get in touch with me during this live show, you are very welcome to. It's a fully interactive live stream. You can call this number. It's a US number, and you'll get straight through to me. And on the air, you can ask me a question if you like.
800 1055.
Remember to add +1 if you're calling from outside the United States, and check how much it's going to cost you first.
MusicRadioCreative.com.
Because unless you're on a super plan, sorry, I've still got scary music here. Unless you're on a very good plan, then you may be paying a lot of money to call a United States number. So do bear that in mind when you're trying to call the show. But I'd love to hear from you. 415 800 1055 is the number to call. Let me just go back to Q&A and see. Oh, there we go. Lewis wants to know if I've ever tried using Pro Tools. Lewis, you don't have an avatar. You're blank on my lower third. I've used Pro Tools at radio stations I've worked at and never really got on with it. It's probably because you just kind of know what you know, don't you? And when you find you have to relearn lots of shortcuts, I don't know. I've heard it's very good. There are lots of people who believe you need to be an audio purist and use Pro Tools, but I don't think that applies anymore because Pro Tools used to be in its own box, didn't it? And it used to be, oh yes, the sound running through that piece of electronics is very good. It's much better than a sound you could generate from a sound card. But now we all use audio interfaces anyway. Playing field is very equal and level, although from what I've heard from others, you can do certain things really well in Pro Tools, but I've never found something that I can't do really well inside Audition, so I've never felt the need to kind of relearn. Not saying that you shouldn't relearn, because I use Logic Pro for my musical editing and bits like that, and that was an audio editor that I knew nothing about at the start of this year, and I have started to learn and become quite confident, fairly confident in using, with a big thanks, by the way, to the Music Tech Help Guy. I always like to shout him out when I can. Music Tech Help Guy has a great YouTube channel. Search him out, and he's got loads of Logic Pro tutorials. Oh, anonymous calling. I hope it's not a scary caller. Music Radio Creative, you are live. Who's this?
It's Ross.
Hey, Ross. I thought anonymous, you were going to have like some anonymous voice changer on and you were going to...
Oh, no, I ring it on my laptop, like through Skype, because I'm from the UK, so it costs
cool.
trillions on my phone.
Okay, cool. So what's going on, Ross?
Not bad. I was just asking, where would you find all your like spooky effects, like for theme parks and stuff?
It's a really good question. So I have a few resources that I use, tons of them actually. So the first thing that I could point you to, really to find decent stuff. Let me just bring up the screen share so I can show those who are watching. If you go to freesound.org, that is a really good place to get, like, let's type in Scream here. One of the best things I like about Freesound is they give all the licensing, like attribution or attribution non-commercial, but one of the best to use is the Creative Commons Zero license, because there's absolutely no attribution or anything there. Although what you will find with Freesound is you're not always going to get the best quality sound effects. So it's a good starting point. But if you wanted to go to something that's a little more quality, you can go to Audio Jungle, will serve you quite well from Envato. Let's bring that on the screen here. Although they're used more for royalty-free music, I'm not sure. I think they may have sound effects. Let's do Scream here and play one of their sounds. Yes. So that is all rather scary, but they do have stuff over there at Audio Jungle. And another resource that we're a big fan of here at MRC is Audio Blocks, audioblocks.com. And this is good because you can literally hover over the sounds and they'll start playing, and you can download in WAV or MP3. You can filter by category, so like applause, balloon, cartoon, doors, dogs, all that kind of stuff. You can do a search, and with Audio Blocks, they have a filter, so you can say, I want only sound effects or I want only music, and then you'll be able to hook yourself up. Sometimes you don't always get what you want when you're searching first time, but that's a really good resource. So yeah, Freesound, Audio Jungle, and Audio Blocks are definitely the places I would start at. And I'm sure if you look in the chat as well, Ross, you'll probably see loads of people in there shouting out their resources too.
Yeah, I saw, yeah.
So yeah, what do you do, Ross? Tell me what you do.
I just do radio imaging. I work for.
Cool.
I was on the community earlier, and I saw it was at Time 106.6.
Yep, it was
10 years ago.
Yep, absolutely in Slough.
Their sister company. Yeah.
107.5.
Yeah.
Over is that in Romford in Essex?
Yeah.
Wow. Oh, fantastic stuff. So what were you doing there? A production radio show?
Sorry?
What were you doing there? Were you doing a radio show?
Yeah, sort of like producer sort of stuff, yeah.
Amazing. Amazing stuff. Wow. Well, it's amazing to talk to you, Ross.
Yeah, you too.
Thanks for picking up the phone.
No worries.
All the best. Bye.
Cheers.
That's Ross. Wow, amazing. A fellow Time FM presenter as well. Yes, I used to work on many moons ago. Yeah, nearly a decade ago now. Time 106.6 in Slough. One of the best radio days in my life, actually, working for Time FM in Slough in the UK, just outside of London. So there you go. You can always call in and... in case you haven't already got your entry in, best place to go right now is mrc.fm/win, okay? mrc.fm/win. If you want to win some free subscription to the Adobe Creative Cloud, you can create awesome audio in Adobe Audition, and you can also create amazing stuff inside Photoshop, Illustrator, InDesign, and more. An all-app subscription for 3 months available to you if you go to mrc.fm/win, and you've only got until the 19th of October 2017 in which to get that done. Ross on air says, yeah, 106.6 got shut down eventually. It did. Indeed, it did. What else have we got? Barbara saying woot woot. I'll try and catch up on some of these comments here. Liam says, made a demo. Oh, yes, that reminds me to play some of your demos. Let's play some of your demos inside the community. And by the way, happy Thanksgiving to all of my friends in Canada. I believe it is Thanksgiving right now in Canada. So a big happy Thanksgiving. I did want to play a few of these. What do we got here? We have got MRC Ident. This was created by Jamil. Let's play this.
MRC!
Really cool. I noticed something new about that. I love the whoosh in, but I love the boom just on the M of MRC there. So nice one, Jamil. Thanks for doing that. We got more on the live jingle remix mega thread. Here's something by David Hunter. Let's have a listen to this. David keeps creating ramps for the show from some of our jingle themes, which is absolutely outstanding work, David. It's really good. Gosh, we got another 30 seconds of this. Let's go back into Share Your Projects and see what else we got. Good looping on this, I have to say. We got show intro.
Monday to Friday live.
Oh, wow. David Hunter, you've done a great job on that. This is by Riste. Riste has created this.
Stay tuned. Mike Russell will be with us very soon.
My goodness me, you've got a great voice there, Riste. And here's another cut, alternative cut.
Stay tuned. Mike Russell will be with you very soon.
Nice. And I got to say, a big well done to Lewis, who's dropped this in the community a few hours ago. It's a beat mix. He said, here's a little mashup I did following Mike's radio imaging live tutorial. He used DJ Pro to get the key and adjusted the tempo. Sorry, you used it. I used it as well, but I see you used it, and you got the tempo to all match 120 BPM. Wow.
You can't blame me for trying. You know I've been lying, saying I wanna be your lover. I don't wanna be your friend.
ThisHubbo.com.
Amazing. Amazing stuff, Lewis. Great talent there. As you can see, he's based in London, and I believe Lewis made an intro to the community just recently under Introduce Yourself. Let's have a look here. Lewis here, student at the University of West London, studying music technology and radio broadcasting. Have a love for radio imaging. Love your stuff, Mike. Well, Lewis, really enjoyed that beat mix, and long may it continue. Yeah, I really like beat mixing, so I think I'm gonna do a lot more of it, including tomorrow, where we'll do some Halloween song mashups. Let's get on to something else now. We were doing Platform 15 with Robin earlier as a scary kind of clown, scary clown. We also got this one from Malk. Let's drop this into a new multi-track and have a listen to it. Before I get on to a little final promo for a theme park. This one from Mal. Oh, we're going in 5.1 surround, which is not a bad thing. Effects rack. Let's put some nice MRC processing here. And this is for Darren Brown's ride at Thorpe Park. Darren Brown, for those of you outside the UK, is a famous mentalist who can read people's minds and do all those kind of tricks of the mind.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Darren Brown's Ghost Train, Rise of the Demon.
Rise of the Demon. You definitely need to do something with that, don't we? Let's just take this and add some pitching down here. Pitch down.
Ghost Train, Rise of the Demon. Ghost Train, Rise of the Demon.
Nice. Just a bit of subtle pitch shifting there. Again, we can hop over and find some audio that may suit us. Let's go back to this lovely sound bank here, and we'll look for train. Let's look for a train sound effect and see what we can find in terms of trains or ghost trains or scary trains. That could come in quite handy. Lots of different sound effects you can use here. Train station noise. Really want something rather long, maybe a slow passing train. Pop that in the background. So we've got this here. So train crossing. Let's turn this down in the mix. Bring this in.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Darren Brown's Ghost Train, Rise of the Demon. Before you can commence your journey, I have some important safety information.
And then to beef that up a bit more, I might use Alt or Option and B to add a stereo bus in here. And then we can throw that through to bus A, which I could also rename to VO, and add on some other stuff. So again, we can add on maybe the MRC processing again.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Darren Brown's Ghost Train, Rise of the Demon. Before you can commence your journey, I have some important safety information. All passengers must be at least 1.4 meters to ride.
So again, we could have fun with automating the obviously the surround information here by using surround. So we could write that on using touch or write, and basically doing stuff with Mulk's voice there in the original session, cutting out breaths, making it all sound nice and tight, trimming it up and mixing it down, maybe adding a final bit of mastering on before it's processed, produced and uploaded and ready for the client. But yeah, I mean, a ton of stuff and a ton of fun that you can have producing these things. But as I can see, we're in the last 15 minutes. I did want to get over to something else, and this is a promo. Let me see if I can find the session file, full session file. This might be it. This was the dry session, which I'm going to attempt to very quickly produce in the last 15 minutes. Obviously, we fully produced this already, but I wanted to give you a demo for a Thorpe Park promotion to download an app. And this gets played all over the theme park at different times for people to remind them to sign up and download the app.
Want to come back to Thorpe Park Resort for free? Take on the Island Extremes Challenge today and get a free ticket to return on selected dates in September. Just download our app on your smartphone, conquer the island, and redeem your free ticket. Visit thorpepark.com for more details. Visit thorpepark.com.
So what we'll do is we'll start a brand new session here, and I'm going to use the MRC presets, and then I'm going to bring this in, start editing this up. Now, this is going to have quite a bit of imaging in because it's supposed to be loud and in your face. Finding kind of tropical island music. See if I can find anything that would be quite suitable. Let's see what we got here. Island party. That could be interesting. Let's consider using that. And I'll take the full mix as well, just in case. Drag this in. By the way, if you are commenting today, I will do my best to mention a few comments before the end of the stream. My apologies for not keeping up. I do try to keep up as much as I can with comments. But if you want to continue any of the conversation you're having today, possibly in the live chat, do take it over to community.musicradiocreative.com. There's also talk in the community of starting up possibly a Discord server to keep the chat going in kind of real time. If that's something that interests you, do vote on it in the community, and we might get that set up. So,
Want to come?
So I'm going to add a little more processing on this. This is where I might use the effects rack and add some mastering to the voice here. Loudness maximizer up, exciter up.
Want to come back to Thorpe Park Resort for free? Take on the Island Extremes Challenge today and get a free ticket to return on selected dates in September.
So let's have a look here for seagulls. Seagull sound effects are always good with tropical islands. That reminds me of my local beach. Wonderful. Let's bring that in. Seagulls, and we'll go for sea waves, I think, as well, to add in some atmosphere. And like I say, having access to a resource like Freesound, Audio Jungle, or Audio Blocks is fantastic for creating productions on the fly.
Want to come back to Thorpe Park Resort for free?
Let's do something to really grab the attention here. So we're going to just start.
Want to come back? Want to come back? Want to come?
And when I'm stuttering, usually I like to just do some fade edits. Now, this is going to become a lot easier when the new version of Adobe Audition drops on Creative Cloud, because you're going to be able to do these fades symmetrically with the touch of a hotkey. So that's definitely going to improve my workflow going forward. Let's bring in now from the media browser. Let's go into library here and imaging sound effects. Let's bring a nice big impact in here. That could work quite well. Do you know what I just discovered there? Hang on, I did some weird click there. Something very interesting just popped up and I lost it. I right-clicked somewhere and the word spline curves came up. And I was talking about splining curves earlier. Huh. Or was it just my imagination? I'm sure I saw the word spline curves. How interesting. Spline curves is where, like, if you make an edit like this, that's very harsh and hard. You see, very rectangular or right-angled. And spline curves will kind of even out your automations and make them look all smooth and curvy. And I was just wondering if I could do that in the multi-track easily.
Want to come back to Thorpe Park Resort for free? Take on the...
Let's have a cheer, as well as some... That could be an interesting thing. Let's use that. Let's get some ocean sounds. Bring this into the mix here.
For free. Take on the Island for free. For free. For free. Take for free. For free. Take on the Island Extreme.
Now, when producing promos and little exciting pieces of audio, and it's a theme park jingle, you really want to add in as much as you can in the way of sound effects and excitement, because obviously that grabs the kind of mood of everybody who's walking around the theme park. And obviously, if it's just a dull announcement, nobody will take it in.
Want to come back to Thorpe Park Resort for free? Take on the Island Extremes Challenge today.
And I'm just going to run a stereo effect out there by moving this to my voice EQ track, panning that hard right.
Take on the Island Extremes Challenge today and get a free ticket to return on select...
What else have we got here? Ocean sound effects, ocean breeze. Let's get waves crashing. Waves crashing, that's what I want. Little wave crashing here. Maybe this will sound good. That's the kind of thing I want. And then a bubbly sound effect for going underwater.
Extremes Challenge today. Extremes Challenge today. Free the Island Extremes Challenge today. and get a free ticket to return on selected dates in September. Selected dates in September. Turn on select.
I'm going to echo that again like this. Or actually, what I could do, I was thinking of bringing this over to the flanger and having a play with a kind of underwatery sound here. Flanger, let's have a look. Have we got something that might take us underwater? Teleport, synthetic yo-yo, light flange.
And get a free ticket to return on select. And get a free ticket to return on selected dates in September.
No, maybe I'm going to go for the chorus effect instead. Let's have a look. Chorus. What have we got here? Do you seem to remember somewhere there's an underwater effect? Let's go for broken.
And get a free ticket to return on selected dates in September. Selected dates in September. And get a free ticket to return on selected dates in. And get a free ticket to return on selected dates in September.
Let's see if we can do any more.
And get a free ticket to return on selected dates in September. And get a free ticket to return on selected dates in September. And get a free ticket to return on selected dates in September.
Just a slightly wobbly sound. We don't want to go too nuts there. And then we're going to repeat that.
September. Selected.
Bring that down in the mix.
Dates in September. Selected dates in September. Dates in September. Dates in September.
Or maybe we'll take out the repetition. Maybe that's not quite working there. Just
download our app on your smartphone.
Let's get rid of the extra stuff there. Just
download our app on your smartphone. Conquer the island.
Oh yes. We need a kind of ping, don't we? Like a bing or something like that. Can we find a ping? Like something like this? No, maybe. No, that's strange. Or maybe, instead of searching in the sound effects, I might use something from our library here.
App on your smartphone. App on your smartphone.
Let's pull that onto a sound effect track, otherwise it's going to amplify it.
App on your smartphone.
Bring this up.
Smartphone. Conquer the island and redeem your free ticket.
And then this is going to be ending here.
And redeem your free ticket. And redeem your free ticket.
I wanted to crossfade that because it's got a nice outro, this music bed here. Kind of nicely fades away there. So
ticket. Conquer the island.
Need to get rid of that breath, of course.
.com free ticket. Visit thoughtpark.com for more details.
Just want those seagulls to go on a bit further.
The island and redeem your free ticket. Visit thoughtpark.com for more details.
So there's a basic edit. Obviously, there's a lot more you can do. I'm just showing you in a very speedy amount of time some of the possibilities.
Want to come back to Thorpe Park Resort for free? Take on the Island Extremes Challenge today and get a free ticket to return on selected dates in September. Just download our app on your smartphone. Conquer the island and redeem your free ticket. Visit thoughtpark.com for more details.
Oh, those pesky seagulls, always trying to grab my fish and chips. So there you go, 5 minutes to go on the show. It's been an absolute pleasure to be with you today. Remember, we have a contest going on until the 19th of October. If you would like to win 3-month subscription to the Adobe Creative Cloud, that's the all apps plan, which is fantastic. Not only does it include this software that I'm using right now on the live stream, Adobe Audition, you also get access to so much stuff. You get Photoshop, you get InDesign, you get Illustrator. I should actually bring up the whole, let me bring up the page for Creative Cloud and show you, because I can't even remember all the apps you get. There are just so many, and you can do so much as well, depending on what it is that you're working on. Desktop apps, mobile apps. Actually, I found they're free Adobe Spark to be handy for creating social media graphics very well. Photoshop for photo editing. Lightroom for organizing your photos and doing a bit of processing. Illustrator, that's for vector graphics. InDesign, obviously digital publishing, ebooks, stuff like that. Experience Design, I've never used before. Premiere Pro, I use a lot for video production and editing. After Effects, again, for those motion graphics and cool, funky countdown intros and things like that. Not used Project Felix. Dreamweaver, I've used quite a bit, and they've recently got Git integration with that app, so really good if you're into developing websites. Not used Adobe Muse, but I hear it can help you dramatically to create websites without writing code. Acrobat Pro is something I use all the time for printing out contracts and moving things around and sending PDF files off, so really, really good. Animate, again, is not something I've used. Audition, of course. That's one I use a lot. Bridge can centralize all of your assets, like your video files and bits like that. Again, not something I use often, but as you can see, a majority of these apps I do use. Character Animator is something that's fairly new. It's been around in sort of beta for, I think, around a year now, and I do want to demonstrate more of what Character Animator can do on this live stream, because I think actually you'll find it fascinating, and it will tie nicely to the kind of audio things that you can do inside Character Animator. Media Encoder I use to encode all my media all the time, and just a ton of other stuff that you can get into. So 3 months for free is what is available to you if you win the contest, and you've got to be in it to win it. So head over to mrc.fm/win and get your entry in now, or your multiple entries in now, to stand a better chance of winning. And I can't wait to announce the winner on the live stream on the 19th of October 2017, which, by the way, will be my last stream of this month. I know, I'm taking the rest of October off. I hope you'll forgive me, but I have a wedding in Scotland to go to, plus it's half term, but I'll be back fresh after Halloween for the 1st of November. So just a heads up, an early heads up for you there. You have given so many wonderful comments, by the way, during the show, and I know that I've been slacking off on mentioning all the comments. Big thanks to Ule, who's been back in and helping dramatically with the lower third. I'm going to make sure I get that working for the future streams really sweet and really well on my setup. I believe it's working okay for Ule, but I think I need to tweak something my end. Also, thank you to the moderators, David Hunter, David Silk's been in today. We've had Nightbot as well, moderating, just doing a great job. When I can't always hop in on the live chat, I know the mods do a fantastic job of keeping things going. We got our music Pruiz on Facebook Live asking what software you're using. Adobe Audition is the answer. Salvatore is asking about the contest. Yep, mrc.fm/win to enter. Hello to Steve Moore. James as well, who wants to know if there'll be a replay available. Absolutely. So many others. Really apologize if I didn't get to shout out or mention your comment on the show today, but do head over to community.musicradiocreative.com right now, and we continue the conversation over there.